So not all lessons are for all people all the time. If you imagine that you're standing in a room full of 10 people, 10 people have had 10 different experiences, 10 different lifetimes to get to that point right there. They've had a different journey than you, and they're going to be leaving that space still on a different journey than you. So, not the same piece of advice or lesson is not the same for every single person. Imagine if you had 10 different pizza delivery boys that were all in different locations and they were trying to get to, they're in different locations and they're trying to get to different locations. So the same instructions for that person, each person won't work. So you have to have different instructions, different lessons, different guides tailored for each person depending on where it is that they're trying to get to. And recognizing that not all lessons are for all people is a huge act of humility and on your own part to be humble and just be centered and present and listen for the divine guidance that will come through you that can help direct your brother and sister in front of you on their path. And it's also humility in receiving that from brothers and sisters as well. And it's understanding that you've been on your path, you have advice to give for people that are standing in front of the same obstacles that you have already been able to pass through. But for obstacles that you have no experience passing over, you don't have that experience, you don't have that advice to give, you don't have that experience. And that's for someone else to offer to them based on their own life experience and what they've gone through. Even Jesus, when he was teaching, he spoke in parables, and he actually said multiple times, not everyone is going to hear this. Not everyone is going to understand what I'm saying. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And he spoke in parables for many reasons, because you can find your own meaning in those stories. And when you're at one point in your journey, you can read that story and it will mean one thing to you. But when you have gone a little bit deeper on the journey, a little further on the journey, it means something completely different to you. It's a living lesson. And so perhaps those lessons are for all people all the time, and they're able to be tailored for exactly where you are on your own personal journey. But again, it means something different every time that I stop and pause and read one of those lessons out of the Bible. If you do find yourself in a coaching position, again, it does require humility, because we don't know what someone's divine path is. We don't know where they're going. Only God does. And only God knows what the divine timing is for someone else. And so it requires being centered, present, not forcing, not thinking that you know the outcome that someone is supposed to have at this point in time. So that is not all lessons for all people all the time.